Welcome back to SBRpicks.com. Wow, what a crazy, shocking show we have gotten here in the East region of this tournament. Virginia and Villanova, big favorites not only for the East region, but the tournament overall, have been knocked out in the round of 32. I'm still trying to get my mind wrapped around that, but here to talk with me now is expert handicapper Dave Golikoff to talk over this crazy region and the matchups to come in the Sweet 16. Dave, thanks so much for being back with us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so now on to Thursday. We will see NC State face off with Louisville in the Sweet 16. Certainly a statement I did not think I'd be saying right now. But Dave, what do you think about the Cardinals in this one? If I were Louisville, I might be a little bit intimidated going up against a team that just beat out Villanova. But does Louisville have enough strength on their squad to win this game?
Yeah, I think Louisville is a team that has played very well in the tournament so far. You have to look at the fact that obviously they lost one of their most important pieces not too long before the tournament, and then Rick Pitino's done a great job with freshman guard Quentin Snyder. He played really well. He's been the guy who had to step up for Chris Jones. Played really well against Northern Iowa, just one turnover in 35 minutes of action. And that's a pretty good defensive team, Northern Iowa. So Louisville has done a pretty good job so far. And then you take a look at the extra preparation. I think you got to like the fact that Rick Pitino gets 4 days to prepare, or, 3-4 days roughly in that range. He's 11-1 all time in the tournament in terms of Sweet 16 games. So after getting through that first weekend, he's obviously a wizard in terms of preparation. That's something that NC State will have to get around. I think they don't have the edge in coaching, but they may have the edge in other areas. But Louisville, a couple of those factors definitely in their favor there.
All right, now let's talk about NC State. We've got sort of a Cinderella story that we've got rolling here, and as I said before, they shocked the nation beating out Villanova. Certainly killed my bracket in doing so, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. How could the Wolfpack win outright against Louisville on Thursday?
Well, they're going to have to play a similar brand of defense. I mean, they're actually a team that's kind of got hot down the stretch of the season. Maybe not enough people have noticed it. But if they continue to play similar defense, I think they definitely will have a shot. You take a look at these two teams. They actually met up in Louisville earlier this year. And NC State went into Louisville and upset them when they were number 9 in the nation, when they had Chris Jones in the lineup. Jones contributed 20 points in that game. So don't be shocked if NC State gets this win here. This is a team that's playing about as good as anyone right now. They definitely took care of Villanova, but you take a look at how they've played since that Louisville win. Now, they lost to Virginia on February 11th, but since that loss, they've won, 8 of their last 10 games. And they're playing very well. Their only loss in that, well, they did lose to Boston College, but their only other loss in that span was to Duke. So this is a team that's playing really well. And if they can ratchet up the defense, if their pressure can force Snyder into some turnovers, they can definitely advance in this spot.
Okay then, so let's pick a side here, Dave. We've got NC State versus Louisville. Who are you leaning with to win and move on to the Elite Eight in this matchup?
I just think NC State, they are hot, but this is a team that's been fairly inconsistent throughout the year. They were, I would say they were more impressive in their win against Villanova than they were in their opening win against LSU. But I just remember that win against LSU, and I'm thinking, if LSU decides to score more than 3 points in the last 10 minutes of that game or whatever it was, we're not even talking about NC State here. So this is a team that can be up and down, a little bit inconsistent. And when you're looking at consistency, Louisville and Rick Pitino are pretty much the model of it. That 11-1 stat in the Sweet 16 just weighs heavily on my mind. And I think that Louisville is going to pull this one out.
All right, there you have it, guys. Maybe expect to see our Cinderella story with the NC State team get cut short here in the Sweet 16 and Louisville to move on to the Elite Eight. Dave, thank you so much for hanging out with us today and offering your free picks.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, and if you want more free picks and plays from Dave, check out the links below in the description of this video. Good luck on your NCAA Tournament picks, guys, and until next time, this is Megan Rochester for SBRpicks.com.